The storm broke over Coruscant just after sundown. Mace Windu lay broken on the floor of the Chancellor's office. Glass shards crunched beneath heavy boots. Rain whipped sideways through the shattered window. And Darth Sidious, twisted, grinning, his face carved by his own lightning, turned slowly toward the door. He expected Anakin. He expected a broken boy, ready to kneel. Instead, he got Obi-Wan Kenobi. The Jedi Master stepped into the room with his lightsaber already burning blue. His robes were soaked, his eyes were calm, and his voice, when it came, was steady as stone. "It's over, Chancellor. Surrender." Across the city, Anakin Skywalker's speeder cut through the rain at full throttle. Padme's warning still rang in his ears. Something was wrong at the temple. Something terrible. He pushed the throttle harder, choking on a fear he could not name. He did not know that Obi-Wan had taken his place. He did not know that the Chosen One's path had just split in two. Back in the office, Sidious laughed. A dry, broken sound. "You?" the Sith hissed. "You are not the one prophesied to destroy me, Master Kenobi." Obi-Wan adjusted his grip. His Soresu stance settled into place like a wall. "Perhaps not," he said quietly, "but I will do." Sidious raised his hand. Red lightning crackled to life between his fingers. The walls began to shake, and somewhere across the city, Anakin Skywalker felt a tremor in the Force, and knew, in his bones, that everything was about to change. Sidious struck first. Lightning exploded from his fingers in a blinding wave. Obi-Wan raised his blade, and caught the storm on the edge of it. Sparks burst across the room. The Jedi Master slid back one step, then another, but he did not fall. "Soresu," Sidious hissed. "The coward's form. The survivor's form," Obi-Wan answered. The Sith Lord lunged. His red blade came alive in his hand, fast and wild, slashing in cruel arcs. Obi-Wan met every strike. Block, parry, turn. He gave ground on purpose, drawing Sidious deeper into his own rage. The walls began to crack. Sidious hurled a desk through the air with the Force. Obi-Wan ducked. The desk smashed through the window behind him and tumbled into the rain. Wind howled into the room. Lightning forked across the Coruscant sky. "You cannot win, Kenobi." "I don't have to," Obi-Wan said quietly. "I only have to last." He knew the truth. Mace Windu's death had already been transmitted. Senators were watching. Holocams were rolling. Every second this duel lasted, the galaxy saw their Chancellor as he truly was. A monster wreathed in lightning. Sidious felt it too. His grin twisted into something uglier. He poured more power into his attack, hammering Obi-Wan's guard with strike after strike. The floor split. A support column cracked. The whole spire groaned around them. Then, with a furious roar, Sidious unleashed a force push that shattered the entire east wall. Obi-Wan flew backward into open air, and fell, sword still burning, into the storm above Coruscant. Anakin landed his speeder on the temple steps. Smoke rolled out of the great doors. Blaster fire flashed inside the windows. Somewhere deep within, a child was screaming. He drew his lightsaber. The first clone squad turned the corner, and froze. They knew that face. They knew that blade. "General Skywalker, stand down," Anakin said. His voice was low, shaking. "Please." They raised their rifles. He cut them down in 3 seconds. Anakin moved through the temple like a ghost. Every hallway held a horror. A fallen master slumped against a pillar. A Padawan's broken comlink. A small brown boot beside an open door. His chest tightened with every step. In the council chamber, he found them. 20 younglings, huddled behind Master Draleg's lifeless body. A full clone platoon stood ready to fire. "Skywalker," the commander said. "Order 66 is active. Stand aside." Anakin's eyes burned gold for one terrible second, then blue, then nothing at all. He killed them in silence. No words, no mercy, just the hum of his blade and the soft thud of armor hitting marble. When it was over, the children stared at him, half saved, half afraid. A little Twi'lek girl reached for his hand. He pulled away. He could feel it now. That cold thing inside him. It had tasted blood, even righteous blood, and it was hungry for more. Palpatine's whispers crawled back into his mind. You see? Only power can protect them. Anakin shook his head, hard. He gathered the younglings. He led them toward the hangar, and far above the city, his old master was falling through the rain. Obi-Wan caught the ledge with one hand. Rain stung his face. 200 floors of empty air yawned beneath his boots. His lightsaber hung from his belt, still humming. With a hard pull, he swung himself back onto a balcony and looked up. Sidious was already there, floating down through the broken wall on a current of dark force, smiling like a man who had all the time in the galaxy. You fight well, Master Kenobi, the Sith purred, but you fight for nothing. Obi-Wan said nothing. He raised his blade. Sidious circled him slowly. The wind howled between them. I know your weakness, the Sith whispered. I know about her. Obi-Wan's eyes flickered, just once. Padme Amidala, Sidious said softly. Did you think no one noticed? The way you looked at her on Naboo. The way you stepped back so your apprentice could step forward. The Jedi Master did not answer. She is dying tonight, Kenobi. Her heart is breaking, and it will break because of you. Silence. Then Obi-Wan smiled, a small, sad smile. You don't understand the Jedi, Sidious, he said. You never did. I let her go a long time ago. There is no chain inside me for you to pull. Sidious's grin faltered. For the first time in 50 years of plotting, the Sith Lord felt something cold crawl up his spine. This Jedi could not be broken. Not by fear, not by love, not by loss. Sidious raised his blade with a snarl, and far across the city, the holonet flickered to life, broadcasting the duel to every world in the Republic. The duel reached its breaking point on the balcony. Sidious came at Obi-Wan like a thing possessed. His red blade slashed in wild, ugly arcs. No form. No discipline, only hate. Lightning crackled from his free hand between every strike, scorching the marble black. Obi-Wan gave ground, step by step, block by block. He was waiting. Soresu was not a form for killing. It was a form for listening. Every parry told him something new about his enemy. The Sith's left shoulder dropped before each thrust. His breath caught on the upswing. His rage was making him sloppy. The galaxy was watching now. Trillions of eyes, pressed to holoscreens, holding their breath. Sidious lunged one last time. Obi-Wan saw it coming a full heartbeat early. He stepped inside the strike, turned his wrist, and brought his blue blade up in a single, perfect arc. The cut was almost gentle. Sidious's sword arm dropped to the floor with a soft thud. The red lightsaber rolled away and went dark. For one long second, the Sith Lord just stared at the smoking stump where his hand had been. Then he screamed. Lightning exploded from his remaining hand, wild, uncontrolled, panicked. It struck the balcony railing, it struck the ceiling, and then, twisting back on itself, it struck him. The galaxy watched as Sheev Palpatine's face melted in real time. Skin cracked, eyes yellowed, bone showed through. The kindly old Chancellor was gone. In his place stood the hooded monster every dark whisper had warned of. He fell to his knees, smoking, broken, and very much alive. Obi-Wan raised his blade for the killing blow. Then every clone helmet on Coruscant lit up red. The signal went out at the speed of light. It did not need Palpatine's voice. It did not need his hand. The biochip inside every clone trooper was wired to one thing: his heartbeat. The moment Obi-Wan's blade took his arm, the moment his pulse spiked into panic, the order fired itself. Execute Order 66. On Kashyyyk, Yoda felt it half a second before the blaster fire came. He survived. 2 clones did not. On Megiddo, Ki-Adi-Mundi turned to his men with a smile, and fell with 12 bolts in his back. On Felucia, Aayla Secura looked up at the sky and whispered her last word into the wind. On Cato Neimoidia, Plo Koon's starfighter exploded mid-flight. He never saw it coming. The Jedi Order was dying in real time. world by world, name by name. Inside the Coruscant temple, Anakin froze beside a tactical console. The casualty list was scrolling faster than he could read. Master after master, friend after friend. Then a single line stopped his heart. Tano, Ahsoka, status, KIA. Mandalore operation. He read it 3 times. The console blurred. His hand began to shake. No, he whispered. No, no, no. The little Twi'lek girl tugged at his robe. Master Skywalker, are we safe now? Anakin did not hear her. He was somewhere else. Back on Tatooine, holding his dead mother. Back in his dreams, watching Padme scream. And now, Ahsoka, his snips. Gone before he could save her. The cold thing inside him opened its mouth. And this time, Anakin Skywalker did not push it back down. Obi-Wan walked into the Senate with the monster in chains. 2,000 senators rose to their feet. Some cheered. Some wept. Some just stared at the burned, hooded thing being marched up the central aisle. Sheev Palpatine, once Chancellor, once Father of the Republic, now a stooped, one-armed horror with yellow eyes and a melted face. Citizens of the Republic, Obi-Wan said, his voice carrying through every speaker. This is your Sith Lord. This is the man who started the war. This is the man who ordered the murder of your Jedi. The chamber erupted, but across the city, in a quiet hangar, Anakin Skywalker was not watching the broadcast. He was sitting on the floor beside a row of small body bags. Younglings he could not save in time. The Twi'lek girl was asleep against his shoulder. The casualty list still glowed on his datapad. Mace Windu had known. The Council had known. They had used him as bait, sent him to spy on Palpatine, kept him out of the inner circle, refused him the rank of master. And while they played their games, Ahsoka had died alone on Mandalore. Obi-Wan found him there an hour later. Anakin, he said softly, it's over. We won. Anakin did not look up. Did we? The Sith is finished. The Republic stands. Come back to the temple. We need you. Anakin slowly stood. He looked at his old master with eyes that were not angry, only empty. You never needed me, Obi-Wan. You only needed the prophecy. He set his lightsaber on the floor and walked out into the rain. The rain stopped over Coruscant just before dawn. For the first time in 3 years, the war was truly over. The Separatist droid armies had collapsed within hours. Their command signals shut down by a code only the Sith Lord knew, a code recovered from the smoking ruin of his private office. Across the galaxy, blaster fire fell silent. Tanks rolled to a halt on 100 worlds. Soldiers who had been shooting at each other yesterday simply stopped. And in the Senate Tower, the holocams kept rolling. Sheev Palpatine was sentenced before sunrise. The trial took less than 4 hours. There was no defense. There was no escape. Trillions of beings had watched him melt his own face off with his own lightning. They had seen the red blade in his hand. They had heard him speak of the Sith with their own ears. He was taken to a sealed cell deep beneath the Republic Detention Center. No windows, no droids, no visitors. The Jedi Council sealed the room in a force suppression field built for one man and one man only. He would live the rest of his life in absolute silence, blind to the force he had worshipped, unable to whisper a single dark word into any mind ever again. It was a fate, some said, worse than death. Sidious himself said nothing at all. He simply sat in the corner of his cell, staring at the wall, his yellow eyes burning with a hate that had nowhere left to go. The galaxy moved on. Bail Organa was named acting chancellor by a unanimous vote. His first act was to dissolve the emergency war powers. His second was to begin the slow, painful work of demilitarization. The clone army, every soldier, every officer, every chip-controlled brother, was pulled back to Kamino for examination. Within a month, Jedi healers and Kaminoan scientists confirmed what Master Shak Ti had long suspected. The biochips were removed, one by one, from over 3 million men. Some clones wept when they understood what had been done to them. Some asked to be allowed to fight again, this time as free men. Most simply went home, and the Jedi Order began to count its dead. The numbers were staggering. Of the 10,000 Jedi who had answered the call to war, fewer than 2,000 were left alive. Yoda survived Kashyyyk. Plo Koon's ship had exploded, but the old Keldor had punched out of the cockpit at the last second and drifted, half frozen, until a Wookiee transport found him 3 days later. Shaak Ti lived. Quinlan Vos lived. A scattered handful of Padawans and knights had outrun their clones long enough to hear the recall order from the temple. But the rest were gone. Mace Windu, Ki-Adi-Mundi, Aayla Secura, Stas Ali, Coleman Kachage. The names filled 47 pages in the temple's Hall of Remembrance. The candles burned for 3 full days and 3 full nights. And in the middle of it all stood Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was the man who had won the war, the man who had broken the Sith, the man who had survived the unsurvivable duel. The council offered him the title of Grand Master. He refused it 3 times. On the 4th, Yoda took his hand in both of his own and said, very quietly, "Needed you are. Run from this, you cannot." Obi-Wan accepted. His first act as Grand Master was to walk to a small hangar on the lower levels of the temple. The same hangar where, 4 days earlier, Anakin Skywalker had set down his lightsaber and walked away into the rain. The lightsaber was still there. Obi-Wan picked it up. The hilt was cold in his hand. He stood alone in the empty hangar for a long time, just holding it, and remembered a 9-year-old boy with sand in his hair and stars in his eyes. "I'm going to be the first Jedi to fly to every star in the galaxy," the boy had said. Obi-Wan closed his eyes. He let one tear fall. Just one. Then he clipped the lightsaber to his belt, beside his own, and he went back to work. Anakin Skywalker did not go to the temple. He went to Padme. She was waiting for him in their apartment, exactly as his dreams had warned. The labor had started early. The medical droids said the strain was too much. Her heart was failing. Her body was shutting down. She had hours, maybe less. Anakin held her hand and refused to let go. "I saw this," he whispered. "I saw this, and I couldn't stop it." Padme looked up at him with eyes that were already going far away. "Annie," she said softly, "listen to me. There is still good in you. I know it. The council was wrong about so many things, but not about you. You were always good. You were always kind. Ahsoka is dead," he said. His voice cracked. "The younglings, most of them, I couldn't save them all. The council used me. Palpatine used me. I don't know who I am anymore." "Padme, you are a father," she said. "That is who you are now." The first child came at midnight, a boy. He had his father's eyes. The second came an hour later, a girl. She did not cry. She just looked up at the ceiling, calm and watching, as if she already understood everything. Padme held them both for a few minutes. She kissed their foreheads. She told her husband their names. "Luke," she whispered, "and Leia." Then she closed her eyes, and she did not open them again. Anakin sat by her body until sunrise. He did not weep. He did not rage. The cold thing inside him reached up, hungry, waiting for him to feed it, to swear vengeance, to hunt the council, to finish what Palpatine had started. But every time it opened its mouth, a small sound stopped it. His daughter, breathing softly in her crib. His son, gripping his finger with a tiny, fierce fist. By dawn, Anakin Skywalker had made his choice. He packed a single bag. He took a small, unmarked freighter from a private hangar, one Padme had quietly bought years ago. For a vacation they were always too busy to take. He carried his children aboard in a single woven basket, and he set a course for the only place in the galaxy that had ever truly been his. The Outer Rim. He did not go to Tatooine. Palpatine had once whispered to him about Tatooine, and that was reason enough to never set foot there again. He went further, past the trade routes, past the spice lanes, to a quiet green moon in the Atravis sector that did not appear on any Republic chart. A place of long grass and slow rivers and small farming villages, where no one had ever heard the name Skywalker. He buried his lightsaber there, beneath a flat black stone on a hill above the house he built with his own hands. He did not draw it again for 19 years. He raised his children under a different name. He taught Luke to fly an old swoop bike across the river plains. He taught Leia how to argue politics with a goat. He grew calluses on his hands from honest work. He let his hair go gray. And slowly, very slowly, the cold thing inside him went quiet. It never truly left, but it slept. Back on Coruscant, Obi-Wan Kenobi rebuilt the Order. It was not the same Order. It could not be. Too much had been lost. Too many masters, too many traditions, too many ancient texts burned in the clone attack on the archives. So Obi-Wan did something the old council would never have allowed. He listened. He listened to the survivors. He listened to Ahsoka Tano's old reports, recovered from a backup server on Mandalore, the only thing left of her. He listened to the Padawans who had survived only because their clones had hesitated. He listened to the dead in the long silent hours when sleep would not come. And he changed the rules. Attachment was no longer forbidden. Love, Obi-Wan declared, was not the path to the dark side. Fear of losing love was. The new Jedi would be taught to hold their bonds openly, to grieve them honestly, to let them go when the time came without breaking. They would marry if they chose. They would have families if they chose. They would no longer be taken from their parents as infants. They would be found, and asked, and chosen. The new council included a Mandalorian, a clone, a reformed bounty hunter, a senator's daughter from Alderaan. Yoda, watching from his small chair in the corner, said nothing for a long time, and then, one day, simply nodded. "Wise, this is," the old master murmured. "Too long, the old way held. Too rigid, we became. The galaxy changes. The Jedi must change with it." Obi-Wan built a new temple on Coruscant, but he also built smaller temples on a dozen worlds, so that no single attack could ever again wipe out the Order in a single night. The Jedi would be scattered, decentralized, harder to kill. He never married.